What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we're going to be showing you how to build the one-wide tileable shulker box unloader. Out of all the different designs, the reasons why you would choose this one is because it unloads multiple shulker boxes at any one time. This thing is super fast and it's one wide and tileable, which means that every slice you see is one shulker box unloader. So this is 5 shulker box unloaders in total, which means that it unloads 5 shulker boxes at once. Out of all the different shulker box loader designs that I've made, this one was definitely the hardest to design. Not necessarily the hardest to build, however it is the biggest and it is the most expensive one, but nonetheless this one right here is the one that we're going to be doing in today's tutorial. However, as you can see, we have multiple designs right here, trying to make sure that we get a reliable design. This design was the original one that I was going to start today's tutorial with, and originally it did work over here, but it does not work over in the tutorial area. After I found out that it didn't work, I really don't know why, because this thing really should work, but because it's unreliable, I scrapped this entire thing, I scrapped all of my clips, and I started all over with the tutorial. And so the reason why I'm scrapping it is because if you look back here, in some of these areas, the shulker boxes got stuck in the hoppers. Check that out. That's unreliable. I do not want to give you guys a design that does that to you. Then I made this design, and this design really wasn't any better, and it had all the same problems. After failing a couple times, I went ahead and checked out some tutorials on YouTube. I checked out Prowl and Groove a Guy, and I didn't really like their designs, but they did work. And then, of course, we had to check out Silent Whisperer. And of course, this is Silent Whisperer's design. This was also my favorite design that I found on YouTube, so I went ahead and built it myself. However, when I went to go test it, check out the results. We literally have our items that are in the shulker boxes in the same barrel as our shulker boxes. The whole point of a shulker box unloader is to separate the items from the shulker boxes. As you can see, some of the shulker boxes made it over here, but it's not 100% reliable. So there's a link to his video right there in the top right hand corner right there. That's Silent Whisperer's tutorial to this. And if you guys go right to 36 seconds right in the beginning of the video, he actually says that he's 99.999% sure that this thing actually is going to work properly. And as you can see, it didn't work properly, so I think that's why he's 99.99% sure, because he knew that it wasn't going to work properly. Don't get me wrong, Silent Whisperer is a good redstoner. I even use some of his tutorials, so no way, shape, or form am I trying to talk trash on him. All I'm saying is that his design really isn't as dependable as I'd want mine to be. As you can see, it's just not up to par, which frustrated me enough to build this design. So out of sheer frustration, I literally designed this. This one is 100% reliable. Finally, I came up with a design that actually works for everyone. And it works anywhere. You don't have to worry about chunks or anything. It is a little bit bigger, but it's all very reliable. And as you can see in my inventory, we've even got color-coded shulker boxes for this. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys how reliable this thing is. We're going to go ahead and start loading these things, and we're going to load all the shulker boxes into one and go ahead and load a different color into another, which has now been done. So if we go ahead and hit this button right here, you'll see all those shulker boxes pop up right here. So now we're going to have color-coded shulker boxes, making sure that all of them go into their allotted barrels right here. And as you can see right there, there's our first ones. There's blue, there's red, there's green, there's yellow, and now there's orange. And all the items are going to come right over here into this storage system. You're going to come into a water line where you can create a really cool storage system. You just need to make sure that you have enough storage to fit all this. As you can see, one hopper is clearly not enough. We're already starting to back up with items, but nonetheless, this is where your storage system would be. And now it's completely done, and as you can see right here, all of our shulker boxes are in the suit that they should be in. All of the reds are in the red, all the greens are in the green, and the yellows and the oranges. And as you saw earlier, everything dispenses out into a water stream, which is the only way you could really have this work. You're not going to have this work off a single hopper line. If you look at Silent Whisperers, he doesn't even know why you guys would want to build one of these, and he goes ahead and tells you to run a hopper line right into this barrel, which will just back up the whole system with whatever items you have, because it's still only unloading at 1 hopper speed. The whole point of using this thing is to unload at however many hopper speed you want to put. You could put literally, well, this button will power 15 signal to each side, so that's technically 29 of these. You could stack 29 of these and have one button trigger all of them. And each slice can handle up to 9,000 items per hour. Times 29 would be 261,000 items per hour. I do not recommend building that many. I know some of you insane builders out there like to color code your shulker boxes. So what if you had all of your stone shulker boxes over here and all of your wood shulker boxes and maybe all of your water shulker boxes, and you get the idea. All of your different categories, maybe you had, you know, terracotta over here, and then you had all your separate shulker boxes for all of those things. You would like to keep your shulker boxes separated, and that makes sure that this happens. And one of the reasons why my design is bigger is because mine actually has an active water line hooked up with it. I included that in the tutorial because that is the only way this is going to work. If you're going to have that many shulker box unloaders, you are going to need a water line. Don't joke yourself. And what would be the point of unloading multiple shulker boxes at the same time if they're going to unload at the same speed as a single shulker box? That makes no sense. I mean, that's what somebody else told you to do. But I won't tell you to do that. I'll tell you to like and subscribe and listen to what I tell you to do. I'll point you in the right direction. So if you want to build this one, you're going to need to prepare an area out the back that is 7 blocks deep and 6 blocks tall from the ground level up, and then 4 blocks below the floor level. And then it is just as wide as you make it. You can add as many of these together as you like, and then you're going to have to include 2 more blocks for the outside little coverages right there. And then of course you need to hook the water stream up to whatever storage system you're running that to. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Material list will be down in the description. Now to get started, we're going to go ahead and start at the opposite end in which our water is going to be flowing. So our water down here is going to be flowing to our left, which means that we're going to get started on our right. So we're going to go ahead and come over here to the right hand side, and this can be as big as you want it to. You can go ahead and fit as many modules in here as you like. I really don't recommend any more than 29. I think that's kind of comical to even say that number, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get started right here with a barrel. That's going to be where your output is. Then right behind that barrel, we need to go ahead and come out of there with a hopper just like this. That needs to lead into the back of that one, and then underneath that hopper we need to go ahead and place in another hopper facing downwards just like this, with the spout facing down just like that. Then go ahead and grab yourself a dropper and place it underneath that dropper just like this, and make sure that that's facing down as well. Then go ahead and grab yourself a temporary block. Go ahead and place it on the face of that one just like so. And then upwards from here, we're going to go ahead and place in ourselves an observer with the red dot facing up just like this. Go ahead and place yourself a block on top of that one and a block over here and plus 2 more. And then go ahead and take some glass blocks and go ahead and place these over here just like this. And then you can go and place one just like that, and then you can break this one out, and this is where your water source will go for the beginning of your water stream. Once you put your water in, I recommend going ahead and placing the rest of the observers for all of your modules here, and then running your water stream into your storage system. And then once you're back here, go ahead and come to this block right here and place in yourself a temporary block. We're going to come down below, we're going to place in ourselves a sticky piston like this with a redstone block on there just like that. We're going to do the exact same thing up here. We're going to place a sticky piston in there, and a redstone block is going to go over here. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and break this block out. We're going to grab ourselves a comparator. We're going to place that in right here. We're going to go ahead and place a repeater in front of that on 4 ticks just like that. And then down below here, we're going to go ahead and take another sticky piston just like so. We're going to place that on here just like this. And then we're going to take an observer and place it on there just like that with the red dot facing down. Anytime that there's items inside this dispenser, it'll go ahead and power this comparator, which will power that piston, which will power that piston, which will then take this observer and match it up with that observer and then tell this dispenser to spit its items out. Next, go ahead and grab your repeater, go ahead and place it on top of that piston facing into this piston and leave it on 1 tick. And then up here, go ahead and come up here and place in yourself a temporary block just like this, and then come onto this side and place in yourself a regular piston just like that. Go ahead and break out your temporary block just like so, and then actually just behind it, go ahead and place in yourself a block just like this, and place in yourself a comparator just like that. Then out the back of here, we're going to go ahead and come up a block just like this, place in yourself a redstone torch right there. Then we're going to take a sticky piston, place it on the outside of that torch just like this, and then take yourself a redstone block, place it on the bottom, and you should see that it matches up with that repeater powering that piston. This right here is where your shulker box will sit, and then this comparator right here is taking a reading through that piston out of your shulker box until it's completely empty. And when it's empty, this piston will extend just like it is now, and then this hopper will lock, which allows the shulker box to get broken and put into this chest. And as you can see, it's faced into there. And then when the shulker box comes back in and it provides signal to this comparator, this will retract, and then this hopper will unlock, and then all the items will go ahead and come into here, and then they'll start getting dispensed with this circuit. So now that everything down here works, next we need to go ahead and power this piston when this shulker box is empty. So to do that, we're going to go and come right up here, just like that, right above that redstone torch. We're going to break this block out, place in ourselves a sticky piston just like that. you should see that it's catty corner with this piston here, and we're going to go ahead and take a observer and place it downwards where the face is up, and then the little red dot is facing down just like that into the piston that's right here. And then once the piston breaks the shulker box, we need a way to dispense a new shulker box. So we're going to come down here, place on ourselves a dispenser on the face of that with the hole facing down like this, and it should be catty corner to that piston right there. Then we're going to come back here and wire it up. We need to go ahead and take ourselves a sticky piston on top of that sticky piston just like this. Take yourself an observer, place it with the red dot facing forward just like that. Then go ahead and take yourself in a couple blocks just like that, and then put one up just like this and break that one out. Grab yourself some repeaters and go ahead and put those on 4 ticks each, so you have a total of 8 ticks of delay right here. Then grab yourself a sticky piston, place it on there just like this, and then go ahead and take yourself an observer and place that with the red dot facing down just like that. Then go ahead and take yourself a solid block and place it underneath that one, and you should see that that matches up with your dispenser. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a single slice fully done and dusted. Now you need to go ahead and redo this as many times as you want to, which is like so easy with this design. You don't even have to rewatch the tutorial. All you have to do is just mimic what you do on the first slice 5 times over, or however many times you guys want. And then once you have that done, then you're going to come out the front and you're going to go ahead and place in some hoppers right here into the front of your dispensers. Go ahead and place these in right here, and then go ahead and take some barrels, go ahead and place these in above your hoppers just like that, and this is where your shulker boxes will be going in. Once your barrels are in, go ahead and come to the side and go ahead and put 1 block there and 2 blocks there to kind of button that up. And then of course where your water stream is, don't forget to cap that off with some glass. Go ahead and finish that off just like this, and then come to the other side and do the exact same thing. Place in it 2 blocks there and 1 block there, and then go ahead and come in the front, go ahead and place in glass there and bring that all the way across. And then of course to hide your hoppers, go ahead and take some trapdoors and flap them down on the front just like this. And if you want to do that all the way across, then you can. Or if you want iron trapdoors like I like to have, then go ahead and grab yourself a couple materials. Go ahead and place 2 blocks down just like this. Go ahead and place in your trapdoor just like this, just like that. And then grab yourself a couple temporary blocks. Go ahead and place in a couple there, and then place yourself in a piston facing in this direction directly behind that trapdoor. Go ahead and break out your temporary blocks and grab yourself a button, place it under the piston right there, and then hit that button, and you should see that the trapdoor gets flipped up, and it'll do that for all of them. And now your shulker box loader is complete. Now you're ready to test, so go ahead and grab some shulker boxes, go ahead and place them up in here. I'm going to go ahead and do the color-coded ones, so let's go ahead and have fun with that. And then once you got all your shulker boxes in, go ahead and come to the center of your facade right here, and go ahead and place a button on the front of it, and then go ahead and come up top. Go ahead and place redstone dust on top of the whole thing just like so. Come over here, placing yourself a temporary block right there to get started, and placing yourself a piston just like this, and take that across the length of all of your modules. And now finally, it's time to press the button. Go ahead and press the button, and you should see all of your shulker boxes get dispensed, and they should sort out into their allotted chests, and all of your items should be coming out into your water stream. So far, we're about halfway done with the test, and as you can see, everything's looking just fine. And now the test is complete, and as you can see, all of our shulker boxes have gone into their allotted barrels, which is extremely convenient, and all the items that were in those shulker boxes went down to the storage system. How convenient is that? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my 1-wide shulker box unloader. This thing is 100% dependable, it's super fun and easy to use, and I know that you guys will enjoy it too. And if you guys can, go down in the comment section, let me know some of the things that you guys are going to use this on, and if you really want to, go down in the description and check out my social media links. Send me some pictures of some of the builds that you guys are going to be doing using this machine. I'd really like to see that. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you did, smack the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody.